can hear me. It's 11:13 p.m. I pretty much started this at 11:11, and hopefully somebody will pop in here. I wasn't gonna do a video tonight on this, and then I felt called to do it because there's a woman named Ginevra that I've been watching a lot of her tarot readings. Hi, who's there? We are going to chat tonight about things people don't like to talk about. And we can't not talk about it anymore. Shadow gifts, what that really means. And I want to make sure to cover on the new moon, the collective went through, I won't call it an attack. It felt like an attack because we were literally clearing through the collective subconscious. So, I'm sorry, I've got this like little setup. I'm like balancing and everything, and I hate it when I go because I look like I have this like chin thing. I'm being vain right now. But I am human. Y'all tell me hi, please. We have all different types of gifts. All different. Every single being on this planet has different gifts. Why? Because there's culminations of them all that are linked to your DNA, and even more specifically to who you are in regards to Masonic, any type of ritualistic occult murders. My dog's wanting to move. Give me a minute, because this is, it's my whole thing's going down. See, my dog's wanting to get under the covers, and I've got everything balanced here. Go ahead, Bear. Go ahead. Go. Like, okay. I wasn't prepared to talk about this. I jumped on because I need to talk about it, because I know that so many of you are having different experiences with it all, because there's no way that you could not. If you are linked to any of us, or any timelines even, meaning triangulated to beings that were trapped in these subconscious dimensions. And I'm going to have to go back and listen to that, because holy crap, I just channeled that for sure. Hi, Joshua. I'll just start. Ginevra got on. She talked about a dream she had. And she didn't want to come on and talk about it because it scared the shit out of her. And I know why she needed to come on and talk about it, because I saw it and I was there in her dream. I had the same type dream. before I talk about that, I'll tell you what we've learned in the past 3 years as we've been clearing all of this. Now, those of you who know me and have been watching the channel, you may not, and I've caught the one where I talk about, and everybody that was on my Coco Polo cruise, as us star seeds were all coming together, because that's how it works. It's astronomy. We're a cosmic quilt. We are. It's astronomy, not necessarily astrology. Astrology be what the problem was. Not that astrology is bad, but it's a perception inside the cheesecake, right? Meaning when you pull out those lines, then you have your full power source. And this was all stuff that activated in me for this transit to be able to get us through it. Now, there's a lot of this that people don't like to talk about because they think that we're gonna remanifest it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but what I'm saying is that no matter, you have to understand that this type stuff is going to happen to every single one of us that were involved, either directly or indirectly. I don't care if you were the one doing the killing in your line or if you were getting killed. And if you were in, or if you had voodoo put on you, if you were ever a Freemason that was coming to tell everybody the keys, if you were any type of Morgan, I mean, this goes back Morgan Chase. I mean, I can attach it to every single corporation. This is entertainment industry right now. See, we just lived, like, this is a 1,000,000 year reset. 1,000,000 years. 1,000,000 years. This is the time that the whole world gets to find out what the F balls. Okay? The only way that you can get out of any type of anything is to get out the way you came in. I need everybody to take a deep breath right now and really think about that. The only way that you can get out. Now, this is your family line. This is even the entertainers that are already there. This is those of us that it was our turn to be in the soul machine, because it's what it was. You come and you live this and you do this, and then all that energy that's drummed up from it, then maybe you can come back in and do XYZ. Hi, Judith. Those of us who have been walking this with full conscious of the subconscious have seen this over and over and over. Right. Kind of new here, just taking it in. Yeah, well, thank you for being here. And if you want to go back and look, because this is progression information. It really is. It doesn't all come at once. But you're here for a reason. So thank you for being here. So hard to talk, and it's not hard to talk about, it's hard to explain it. And I feel so many different energies comes in and thoughts coming in at the same time. Why? Because we channel the subconscious, which means you're channeling the dead. Straight up bottom line. When you come in, and especially whenever you're a mega star seed, or which all of us are star seeds. All of us are. Every single one of us is a star seed. Your DNA is made from the stars. So when you fully ascend out of this earthly realm, Okay. Each part of your lifetime, you can keep going back as far as you want to. You can go back to one, you cannot go back to one. That's up to you. But if you have been used in a cult or had voodoo done on you, if you were anywhere in the 13 family to where you're like a lot of us, including the beautiful woman, the Arcturian that posted some stuff earlier, then you will walk through that event either in your physical or in a dream. Okay. Because legit, you're here to clear the magic or to heal the family lines because of the trauma done in any occult type of Masonic utilization of any type of control or power that shouldn't have been done because it wasn't free will to all parties, right? So if you will, what happens is the beings that show up in your reality in order to help you walk that out, because it will. It so many of you right now are living in houses that you don't realize are connected to where the cemetery plots are and the families that are around you in cemetery plots of your family cemetery plots. You don't realize sometimes that you're living in a house that's literally where you died during Ascension, especially at the end of November, December, like last year when the convergence was happening. It's when it got really intense for all of us, and this is when I ended up in Quartzsite in the desert at this weird festival thing. And I realized under that eclipse out there that in some weird way, all of us had died out there in another lifetime, which is why we culminated out there together. Because so much down here was death. Your angels were dead. Your ancestors were dead. Now, it natural causes hopefully, but if not, and then any type, so if you were murdered, then your murderer will come into your life in another body. It'll be them in another physical body, to where you'll have an energetic, and in the beginning you don't know what it is exactly, right? Until you start working with those beings around you, and hopefully what's happening is that you're having full consciousness about it, so that you can both heal from it, because that's the point. That's why it's happening, because no matter what down here on earth, everybody lost their marbles. There was so much magic, so much voodoo, so much all of it, that, I mean, because it was all made by it down here. That is what Freemasonry at the 33, because Freemasonry's not bad. It's how things are manifest down here. The problem is when you got a bunch of men, number one, because whenever you're a man, you don't channel as many and as high and as low, because as above so below. So if you can channel all the way up to the stars, then what you're doing is channeling the dead, or you're channeling a consciousness of that whole dimension, but you're not in a body. So I mean, it gets really deep because you're here to heal it, and it all goes back to one. And whenever and I know my problem, and it is a problem for me, is that I see everyone's pure soul. So it's like even whenever these entities come back into my reality, and we work together, I on land, I know that we're here to heal it, even if you killed me before, because when you go back to one daughter, the first daughter, and when you go back to the first daughter that had the first son, that then when you're the only two on the planet, and now you have to sleep together because you have to make a new baby, and there's not any other options, which is how everything got started down here. So whether you believe it or understand it or not, you every single one of us in this last million year bubble started from that. Now, when that energy of whatever event, so something happens in October, and then the sun is on whatever degree of Libra, and then the moon is on whatever degree, and Venus is on whatever degree. Well, whenever that energy culminates again, something will manifest with those beings in your reality. The more that you're connected back into the one, and the more that your mission here is on earth, whatever that is, and if you happen to need to be able to interact with lower entity beings in order to assist, to get voodoo off people, to get them out, then you are experiencing them around you, because you are learning and remembering how to alchemize and transmute that energy, period, dot, for yourself, for every, because when you do it for yourself and you get out of some big attack, then now you know what to do, but you also just cleared everyone else in the line that was under that spell, that illusion, that magic. Oh man, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Why is this not charging? Hold on. Not charging. It's been a reoccurring. Not. I'm going to have to come back on my phone. This is going to die. So let me end it before it hangs up, and let me switch devices. I'm sorry, y'all.